If you're just joining us, you're on to Tax 101, a taxpayers education program. And our focus on the program today is on capital gain tax. And our guest on the program today is Mr. Olamide Obajimi from Pedabo Professional Services, an auditing firm with a global experience. Gain tax. So, Mr. Olamide, still on capital gain tax. First, I want to ask who exactly bears this burden of tax after the disposal of that asset? Is it the seller or the buyer of that particular
The seller is
asset?
supposed to bear the burden of the tax because
He's the
he's
one
the one making
profit.
the gain.
Okay.
We need to be careful. Gains, profits.
Okay, it's a gain
for capital gains
not
tax, while profit relates to business income.
Oh,
likes,
okay.
yes.
Thank you on that note. Okay, so the person disposing that asset, making the gains, is the one that is that is liable to pay that particular tax to the relevant tax authority. So, are there any assets that are exempted? I know you did mention shares. Are there any other assets?
Yes, like I said earlier, shares and securities, disposals by churches, mosques, as long as NGOs.
You mean assets owned by these NGOs?
Yes, assets owned by these NGOs and they dispose them are actually not liable to capital gains tax.
So when a church is selling a building owned by them,
yes,
or cars or anything, they don't pay capital gains tax?
They are not supposed to pay capital, except probably they use their asset to generate income. Okay. Where a church, a mosque, a non-governmental organization use that particular asset to generate income, then definitely they have to pay capital gains tax on those assets.
Well, I don't want to go into the NGOs and the religious bodies and their type of business transactions as related to taxes. It's actually an issue on its own. I wouldn't want to dwell so much on it because for me, I think it becomes a problem for you to now differentiate when an asset is for a business purpose or when it's for a missionary purpose, like they usually claim. But that point noted, assets owned by religious bodies, non-governmental organizations,
as long as it is not used for the purpose of generating income.
Okay. Then it's not liable to capital gains tax. So.
Also, compensation received by a person for personal injury as a result of work.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are not also liable to capital gains tax.
Okay.
Then when you dispose your dwelling house, a house where you live in, yes, it is not also liable to capital gains tax.
Okay, okay. So after payment of capital gain tax to the tax authority, yes, do you get any form of receipt?
Yeah, definitely you get a receipt acknowledging that you've paid that particular tax.
Okay, okay. So failure to remit.
Wow. Failure to remit, you pay penalty, you pay interest. Penalty at 10%, interest at the prevailing rate. Okay. For the FRS, I think they charge about 19%.
Wow.
While for Lagos State, which I'm aware of, they charge 21%.
Okay, so
that's for interest.
That's for interest.
Yeah.
Okay, so taxpayers, if you're disposing of any of your properties or you're disposing any valuable assets, including your jewelries, gold possession, real estate, or anything that is tangible and of value, and you are making profit on that disposal of that particular asset, you are meant to pay capital gain tax to your state tax authority or to the Federal Inland Revenue Service if yours is a corporate entity, like a company, like he earlier did mention. So let us know what to do as at when due, and is there any what if there's a disagreement between the tax authority and the taxpayer on the right amount of on the actual gain, on the right amount of gain? Is there any way that the taxpayer can seek redress from the tax authority?
Yeah, there are provisions in tax laws
So they follow the normal
procedure,
standard
objection,
procedure. Yes.
Objection, and when you raise an objection, state the grounds of the objection and state the amount of capital gains which you think you should pay. And if the tax authority is okay with your objection, they give you a revised assessment which you are supposed to pay. But if definitely they are not satisfied with your explanation, they can give you a notice of refusal to amend, and from there you can seek redress in the courts of law.
Okay, thank you so much. So do you have any advice for our taxpayers as regard the disposal of assets in Lagos as personal taxpayer or as a corporate taxpayer?
Well, my only advice to taxpayer is that they should try as much as possible to be patriotic Nigerians. And patriotic in the sense that they should pay their taxes, because globally now, taxes is the only sustainable source of revenue for government. And for those of them who have assets abroad, we are gradually getting to a point whereby there are no hiding places. For example, now Nigeria is a party to the Multilateral Convention on Mutual Assistance, Administrative Assistance on Tax Matters, whereby it allows for automatic exchange of information between countries. So if, for example, you have a Nigerian citizen in UK, for example, those European countries and advanced countries, they have good records of people and the kind of asset they have in those countries. So when they dispose those assets in those countries, definitely the tax authority in those countries, based on the convention, have a duty to inform the Nigerian tax authority.
And that gain that they have made abroad should be
liable to tax, because foreign assets are also liable to tax in Nigeria.
Foreign assets are liable
to Nigeria.
Thank you.
As long as the person who sold is the Nigerian resident.
Is the Nigerian citizen.
Resident. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for informing us, and thank you, Nigerian taxpayers, for joining us on the program today. But before I let you go, I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Olamide for coming on.
It's my pleasure.
On our program today, taking our time, and we look forward to having you on our program again.
Very well.
Thank you so much. We have really been informed and educated, and